welcome back to Ireland for Arthur's Day.
Thank you.
Are you excited about tonight?
Very. We've always had really great shows in Ireland, so I think it'll be even better because it's not just a Scissor Sisters show; it's Scissor Sisters on Arthur's Day. So hooray!
It's been 10 years now for the band, so congratulations for that, first of all.
Thank you.
Did you ever think that it would go this far, that you'd see so much of the world?
Anna was the biggest naysayer, apparently.
I wasn't a naysayer. I just thought that we were such a novelty, and we were such a bunch of silly people that we wouldn't really make it out of New York City.
We're a group of very strong personalities to have made it, I think, in pop music. Pop music seems to be filled with some personalities, but a lot of non-personalities.
Ciphers.
Sure.
Do you care to name any names there?
No, absolutely not.
No, I think you know what we're talking about.
Swing a stick and you'll hit one.
She's got blonde hair.
That narrows it down.
Yeah.
Well, you had a great first song. I mean, like that kind of spoke to an international market. So was that important to pick the right song to launch you internationally back in 2004?
Back in 2004, I think that we were really trying to find our way, and it was more like, well, we're making a pot of spaghetti, let's throw it on the wall and see what sticks. And the thing with Scissor Sisters that's always has been confusing from a record company's standpoint is you have all these different sounds on your record. Which one is you? Mm-hmm. And the answer is it's all us. So I think it was a challenge.
And not one of them has all of that in it. And that's okay.
Yeah, and so I think it was tough at the beginning to really, for people to understand who we were, because there isn't just one sound.
But we found a record label who said, hey, let's just put out 5 singles and we'll explain the whole story. And I think that's what was really exciting to us about the way we were allowed to sort of come forward as a band.
It's good though, because like the albums 2 and 3, they don't sound the same. Like there has been progression and there has been differences. The first album is very, as you said, single heavy. Did you feel more confident that you could do kind of more breathy numbers or like not so obvious single songs for the rest of the albums?
Well, the every album is I think approached pretty organically, and it really is dictated a great deal by the music that we're listening to at the time. So Ta-Da came about while we were touring the first record. And while we were doing that tour, Jake was listening to a lot of songwriters and singer-songwriters.
I think actually the truth is we came off the first record, and a lot of people listened to the first record and made lots of comparisons, and they were actually things that we didn't even know. We hadn't even heard of some of these people, and Jake and I guess the rest of us started to listen to those things that apparently we were like, and we learned to really love those.
Yeah.
Some of those influences that weren't really influences, and that second album probably sounded like those things. And then the third album came along, and it was a lot of dance music, and maybe a bit more of back to the roots of what we were listening to when we started the band, which was we were going out to clubs and performing in clubs, and listening to more electronic music.
That first album also includes your cover of Comfortably Numb. I think it's amazing. Not everyone did. Like, so did you find some Pink Floyd fans got like annoyed at you for?
Oh yeah, definitely. And we played the V Festival, and someone made a huge banner that said "You destroyed Pink Floyd," and which is great. I'm sad I didn't ask them to pass it up to me, because I would have had a dress made out of that. But
the people that say that don't really believe in Pink Floyd, because Pink Floyd can't really be destroyed if you love them so much.
Yeah.
They're gonna live on forever, and that we never sought out to better that song. I think we just wanted to do it in our own way, and the truth is that none of it matters, because Pink Floyd says that they like our version. So who cares? They all said they sat down and they approved.
Well, there you go. Like pop music itself is kind of a genre that often comes under fire, and sometimes it can be valid. I mean, chart music isn't always the best thing in the world, but pop music, when it's done right, can be like pretty incredible. So it is weird how people can just be so ignorant towards it. I mean, like.
Well, I think the pop music is a double-headed monster, as it were. Pop music sells, and that's why record companies want to put it out, and so there's the two kinds of pop artists. There's the ones who come at it all on their own, and that's the music that they want to write and produce and create, and then there's the people who just want to be a star. Oh my god, I want to get my hair done and wear designer clothes, and then those are the people who can be made to sell, and it doesn't matter who or what they sound like. They get the unattractive, brilliant producers in to make the attractive, not so brilliant person look brilliant. So it's tough with pop music, because if you're not really attracted to the sound of pop music, then it all sort of looks like this big consumerist marketing ploy to get your money. And there are artists who are honest, and there are the ones who are basically glorified models. So the key is to get in there and find out who's being honest about it and who isn't, and that can be tough, and that means you have to take a closer look. And some people are just want to stay in leather jacket and guitar world, and that is seemingly somehow more honest, even though that's